All right, man. So, I think we have one final topic before we call it a night.
We do. We
So,
do. A difficult topic to announce, but it is necessary at this point.
take
Um,
it away.
I think the only people that know about this at this point are close friends and family, coworkers, ironically, and folks in Discord. So if you are not a part of Discord, and even if you are and you have not seen in our announcements channel, I am leaving the show. May come as a large surprise to most, and that's perfectly acceptable. It's been a surprise for, I think, Drew and I as well, but something that I felt like was necessary. A short-winded answer to all of this as to why I'm leaving is life. Life got busy, and life gets busy as we get older. And for me, it was hard for me to maintain the sort of level of work that goes into making this show what it is. And I'm 100% kind of guy, and I've chosen to step away for a lot of different reasons. That being one of them, work has gotten busier. I've been given more responsibility, which is great. But also, it's given me more stress, I think, outside of the workplace. And it's good and bad, but I think that it was starting to kind of wear on me a little bit. And, my focuses have shifted towards my music and reading and spending more time with my wife and my cats and, traveling eventually. And it all just became a bit too much. And a real honest reason as to why I'm leaving, there really isn't anything pressing besides the truth that life just got busy for me. And doing this show takes a lot of work for both Drew and myself, and it just wasn't becoming feasible for me anymore. And I'm going to miss it. It was a very, very difficult decision for me to make, but I knew it was the right move. And I'm really proud of what we've done. I'm really proud of what we still do. We still have, obviously, this episode. We have two more. Our last one is at the end of the month, which we're really excited for. It's probably going to be pretty long, and hopefully no tears. But we can't promise anything because look, bottom line is Drew and I have been doing this show since November of 2018, and I've held a lot of different jobs. We've had some life changes. I've moved. It's just been a lot going on, and I think I had to just accept that life changes and things get in the way. And with the podcast, it's like a second job. It really is. It's not easy what we do. We don't just simply step behind the camera every Monday and just kind of wing it. It's a lot of planning. There's a lot of social media marketing. There's a lot that goes into this, and I'm gonna miss that. But right now, at this point in my life, there isn't the right time to invest the kind of time that I want to invest in it to make it the quality that it's been. And I hope that that makes sense to everybody, to all of the listeners. I'm going to miss all of you greatly. I'm going to miss doing this with Drew. It's been an absolute wild, wild ride. And I think, again, we're just really proud that we were able to do a real bucket list item.
Mm.
Doing a video game podcast has been a dream of Drew's, a dream of mine. And I'm really grateful that I've been able to do it with, somebody that I can now call a really good friend. Because I didn't even know Drew that well
No.
when we first started doing this. I was only getting to know him, and now we're exceptional friends. And I don't want anything getting in the way of that either. So, friendship with Drew is way more valuable than the show, and I want to put that first.
Yeah. I don't really have much else to add to that, man. I mean, like, it kind of hit me right here, man. So, um,
Yeah, it's like I said, it was challenging, man. This was not an easy decision for me to make by any means.
sure. Yeah, I know. And, like you said, it was a bucket list item, and something that I had always wanted to do was a video game podcast. And I just needed to find the right person. And then, one day in the barcade, we're chatting, and you said, "Oh man, I'd love to do a podcast," and I'm like, "My time,
Finally.
my time has come."
Yeah, and for me, I was really lucky to work with you because you're really skilled at what you do when it
Thank
comes
you.
to editing and all things kind of media, and you have podcast experience. So for me, it was a real dream because I was like, man, I'm working with basically a professional here, and I was always told like, hey, you've got a good radio voice, you should do something with it, and I wasn't doing anything with it.
Hmm.
So it was a good opportunity and a good outlet for me to explore the realm of podcasting, and it's amazing how many people do podcasts now. It really is.
Yeah. It when I had the pro wrestling show, there really wasn't that many podcasts out there. It was kind of like the Wild West, and in a way that I kind of wish I had the video game show then, because if I had been with it, like I could have been like a big thing, it could have been like this huge show. Now in 2021, we're like a drop in the ocean. So what it comes down to is like, is it fun? And like I'm gonna miss doing this. Like, it's a lot of fun, but it is work.
It is a lot of fun,
But
it is work.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. I think the most amazing thing about it is that we made it this far. We never had a timeline. We never talked about like, hey, let's do this for 5 years. Let's do it for 10. We just kind of went in. And I'm so proud of that, because most people talk and plan and talk and plan and never just start. And I'm really glad that we just, had that conversation at Barcade, had that conversation in my driveway, and just said, let's do this. Let's try it, see where it goes.
Right.
And yeah, we're not Joe Rogan. We likely never would have been, but that was never the plan. That was never the goal for us. We just wanted to do something that we really loved. And I don't think it ever truly felt like work. Yes, is it work? Of course, but it still never felt like just work. It was work and mostly fun. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And we were talking about something that we truly love.
Yeah, man. I've been exposed to some amazing people through this show, and had the opportunity to play video games that I never would have played under any other circumstances. So
yeah,
this has been a lot of fun. It's been a wild ride, and I'm gonna miss doing this with you, man. But I'm excited for you too.
Yeah, on a positive note, it'll give me more time to spend time with you in person, and to play games together, and to, like you said, not always talk about the show whenever we see each other in person, which will be a little bit of a relief.
Yeah.
Because we're very much turned on all the time. And, more time to write more music. I really enjoy doing music. It's a big passion of mine, and it's really grown into something that I didn't think that it would grow into. It started out just messing around with a keyboard, and now I feel like I'm making real music, and it's something that I really want to continue. And it's one of the few things out of all my hobbies that brings me a huge amount of joy. So I feel like that's definitely where my heart needs to be right now.
Yep. And I'm glad that you recognize that and you're pursuing it, man, because I think it's going to be more fulfilling for you.